Let's get started by downloading a copy of the Accessible Syllabus template. Follow along as I show the steps on the screen. Open your web browser and navigate to www.wiu.edu/otl/syllabus/. Click on the Download the Course Syllabus Template button to download your copy of the template. Navigate to the Downloads folder on your computer to access the downloaded template file. Double-click on the template file to open it in Microsoft Word. Although WIU's Accessible Online Syllabus comes to you as a 100% accessible document, the accessibility of the document can change as you add and modify elements. Therefore, we want to be sure that you know how to check accessibility throughout your development process. In this section, I will show you how to run the accessibility checker. Click on Review in the Microsoft Word toolbar, then select Check Accessibility. The Accessibility Assistant pane will appear on the right side of your screen. It will show any errors under the element type. In this example, it shows that I am missing alt text for the WIU logo. To fix this issue, I had to add alt text into the provided field. I typed Western Illinois University logo, then clicked Save. I ran the accessibility checker again to ensure that my error was fixed, and it was. As you begin checking your own document, remember these points. The accessibility checker will identify all accessibility issues and guide you on how to fix them. You will find it on the right side of the window. Clicking on an issue in the accessibility checker highlights the issue in your document and explains why it matters and how to fix it. Always rerun the accessibility checker after making changes to ensure that your document is fully accessible. During this section of the training, we will explore creating and maintaining document structure within our syllabus. As we continue, remember these points. A document structured with headings allows for the use of assistive technologies to easily navigate documents and take users to the information they need most, quickly. The WIU Accessible Syllabus already has a formatted document structure consisting of styled H1, H2, and H3 headings. Documents have only one H1, usually the title. Major sections use H2, and subsections use H3 and lower. You will need to maintain and potentially add additional headings as you modify your document. Let's explore the built-in headings in the WIU Accessible Syllabus template. The syllabus title is a heading 1. I am able to see this by clicking on the Styles panel in the Microsoft Word Home ribbon at the top of the page. Note the styles for H1, H2, and H3 have already been set for you in the syllabus template. Let's walk through adding a new section to our syllabus and applying headings. Feel free to open your syllabus document and follow along with me. Start by typing the title of your next main section into the appropriate location within the syllabus. I am going to be adding a section called Course Resources. Now, I will add the two subsections that I want to have under the Course Resources section, Project Descriptions, and eTextbook. Next, I will set my headings to provide structure for this section of my document. First, I will click and drag to highlight Course Resources. I will set this as a heading 2. Then I will set Project Descriptions and Textbook both as heading 3. Finally, I will add the text that should go under each of the new subsections. Let's take a look at another element that creates structure for your online documents: lists. As you create your documents, keep this in mind. Lists give structure. Bulleted lists highlight key points. Numbered lists show order. Don't type dashes or tabs to make a list. Use Microsoft Word's list tools so assistive technology can interpret them properly. Now I will show you how to properly create lists with accessibility in mind. I will start by creating a bulleted list that displays the elements of the research paper assignment. First, I typed all of the text that would make up my list. Note, for this purpose I will be using the bulleted, unordered, list type because I am displaying a group of information where the order is not important. After I finished typing my list information, I highlighted the 3 items I wanted to include in my list to select them. Then I went to the toolbar and selected the bulleted list option to create my list. Next, I created list items that included instructions for submitting the research paper. I chose the numbered list bullet option for this example because my list was created to show a specific order of steps. After typing the list items, I highlighted them to select them. Finally, I selected the numbered bullet option to finish creating my numbered list. Did you know that in order for a hyperlink to be accessible, we cannot simply provide the URL to the website? In order for a hyperlink to be accessible, it must be descriptive. Screen readers can only relay exactly where a link goes if we, the creator of the link, provide descriptive information instead of pasting a URL, which gives no descriptive information. Let's look at some examples of accessible and inaccessible hyperlinks and learn how to create accessible hyperlinks in our syllabus document. Initially, before reading the previous information, I used to just copy and paste only the hyperlink. Now that I know that is inaccessible, I am going to fix it. To fix my link, I will copy the existing URL to my clipboard and delete it from my document. Then I will type in my descriptive text link. Next, I will highlight the descriptive text I just typed to select it. Then, I will click on the Insert menu in the toolbar at the top of the page and select Link from the Microsoft ribbon. Upon entering the Insert Hyperlink window, I notice that my descriptive display text is already showing in the Text to Display field. Now I am ready to enter my link. First, I will click on the existing file or web page icon in the Link To pane to the left. Then I will paste my link address, also known as the URL, into the address field at the bottom of the window. Finally, I will click OK to save my changes. In the document, I now see my new accessible descriptive link. The WIU Accessible Syllabus template includes a few tables. At the outset, it is 100% accessible. However, if you make changes or add additional tables, there are a few things you will want to know. Tables should never be used for layout. If you use them for layout, screen readers and other assistive devices will not be able to navigate them in a way that is understandable to users, and they could become stuck in a loop. Additionally, you always want to select to repeat the header row of your table so screen readers understand which column each cell belongs to. This allows users of assistive devices to interpret data in a logical way. By default, the WIU Accessible Syllabus template uses 3 tables: the course schedule table, grading weights or points table, and the grading scale. In case you create a new table or have to revise one of the existing tables, let me demonstrate how to set the header row. First, place your cursor in the top row of your table. This is the header row where you should have listed the title of the information represented in each column under it. Next, select Table Design in the toolbar menu at the top of the page. In the very top left corner of the Microsoft ribbon at the top of the page, select the header row box to set your table's header row. If you're bringing in content from an older syllabus or another file, use Paste Special to avoid adding inaccessible formatting to your accessible syllabus. Here's how. First, click and drag the content that you want to copy from your original document to select it. Right-click and choose Copy. Click the File menu at the top of the page to open your accessible syllabus file. Place your cursor where you want to add the new text. Right-click and select Keep Text Only under Paste Options. The final thing I have to show you today is an optional addition for your accessible course syllabus. If you would like, you can add a table of contents for quick and easy access to specific topics within your course syllabus. This is not required. Here are the steps to creating a table of contents. First, place your cursor at the top of the document. Next, select the Insert in the toolbar menu at the top of the page, then select the page break icon in the Microsoft ribbon. Now you will see the blank page where your table of contents will be created. Place your cursor at the top of the page. Then, select References from the toolbar at the top of the page. Click on the Table of Contents tool in the Microsoft ribbon, then choose the type of table of contents you would like to add. That's it. You will now see your table of contents. Congratulations! You've now seen the process for building and modifying an accessible syllabus using the WIU Accessible Syllabus template. Remember to run the accessibility checker one last time before adding it to your course and sharing it with your students. As always, if you need additional assistance, training, or support, contact OTL by emailing support@wiu.edu.